Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more Call of Duty action. My name is Charlie Tantrums Branham, and I'm here with the one, the only, Mr. Bezo Cast for the winners finals. We have got Pinnacle versus One44 Esports. Pinnacle have been dominating all weekend long, same as One44 Esports, but only one can go to the grand finals. One of them will be sent to the losers. The question is, who is it going to be? Bezo, tell me, how are we feeling about the series?
It is an interesting one. Pinnacle looking like a very strong team on paper, and they've had a 3-0, they've had a 3-1, they've had a 3-2. So no consistent form through the winners' side, but they have maintained the winners' bracket position. So they have earned a very nice cruisy run into this matchup. Now the question is going to be, how in form are they going up against One44, who had a very, very good series as we opened up. A couple of great moments, couple of close games as well, but a very deserving winners finals between these two teams, and I'm excited to see the guys on Pinnacle play because it has been a while since I've seen them last play. So I don't know, Tano, I feel like we keep saying it, but a lot of these matches feel like they should be going the distance, and hopefully we get that with this winners final.
Nah, for real, for real. You got two young guns on Pinnacle that are really good. Nedra and Server as well. The young guns can get the gunny going, and of course something scary to see across your setup can be Conwa on Championship Sunday. That boy always fries, always shows up to the kickoffs, and when you go to 144, the boys clutched out on the game 5 in the last series. Careful hitting the snipes, letting them know, hitting all of the shots. Luge staying composed, even with a little bit of an inconsistent stat line, he stayed composed, led the team, got it going, and that is the reason why they're here. But here we go. Map number 1 of the winners finals, ladies and gentlemen. Pinnacle versus 144 Esports.
And right, and we'll see how these two teams square off as we start off at top middle of the map on P1.
Oh, no.
Super mixy. We can't hit shots on server. That's not a good start.
No, hype. Absolutely bringing the hype and bringing the gunny indeed. 144 already building the time. And, on a map like this, P1 obviously is going to be that mid-hill. But I feel like this mid is where you can control the whole game no matter what. Doesn't matter if it goes P2, P4, whatever. Bottom mid, top mid, you got to make sure you're having this mid control, even on the hard point and off. But Luge getting it started early with a big 2.
Yeah, and everyone's going to be picking and choosing who wants to sit inside of the hill and eat 4 nades on each side. And Luge finding some form nice and early, some good numbers on the side of 144. Luge and Hype currently sitting out ahead of their teammates right now, 5-1, 3-0. Great start from them, and 30 points on the board with Pinnacle yet to touch a single time. They crew a single point.
And they already have the rotation as well. 35-0. Nade's going to be able to come on in. Careful, going to be able to throw one of his own. Should be able to find a kill here. Not going to be able to finish that out onto Mr. Server. Conva, that last one up, closest to the point here. Just going to head rush on in. Trying to find one, but Luge there for the support. And my God, 144 coming out banging.
Yeah, we talk about slow starts and how long you have to sit out and wait before your next series. Sometimes it hurts as a winning team to sit and wait. But yeah, 144 not coming out slow whatsoever. Great start from them. Hype almost made it 6 in a row before getting taken down. And now Pinnacle finally finding some time here. Now their chance to start taking over, start getting back some of that time.
I wanted to talk about this push here. I don't know what that faded nade was. He threw a mid, team killed somebody. Don't know what the strat was around that, but Pinnacle starting to get right back in. They're starting to get some kills. 144 now starting to push the point onto P3. It's a hot start from them, like I said. Hype getting it going early, Luge getting it going early. Let's see if they can continue their dominance.
And P3 so far out in the open. This is about who can play behind the red boat better out of both these sides. And of course, you want to hold this bottom middle part of the map super well as you're going to get overwhelmed from the front. You know that's going to be the case, but it's how you're able to manage that bottom middle part of the map. Is careful, sneaks on through with the AR. Luge able to hit that pinch as well. So you got splits on both sides. Luge able to find another one, so now they can collapse in on the time. Luge starting to feel himself here as he finds 3 in a row, almost 4 in a row. A very tight ball game so far. Yeah,
Luge, our first player in the lobby in the double-digit kill department. 144, getting it going early. And, they're getting it going early. And one thing I want to do early is get into the comms. Let's hear what 144 is going on.
Push through, go.
I got time.
They're gonna spawn there. I got time.
Don't go dead.
They spawn out. Challenge me old, 2-2-2.
Someone pick up right.
I'm getting.
Come in the back.
He's in the back of me.
One HP
Connor in the
one
back,
HP
weak.
P1,
He's in the deep back in the corner.
P1, P1,
They always
Deep back in a corner, Connor. I spawn out front.
Yo, in the middle, hitting out the back. Choco's pinching. Weak, he's weak. One went back to hole. One went back to hole.
Bullet Connor deep, and then one's on right. All right.
I'm trying to nade over.
Nice, inner, challenge you. Nice, they're in the back,
One shot.
Oh,
Nice. They're in the back of the three.
Closer, dead.
Outer child, not weak nose.
He's low, he's tagged. They time.
Inner heady, he went hole.
P1 Rico,
Outer
1 HP.
outer combo, one inner.
Comms are sounding good.
Tana.
The start was great, but Pinnacle starting to bring it back.
I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps listening to those comms. You can feel the passion flowing through both these teams. And despite we couldn't hear Pinnacle's comms, I swear you could hear them in the background screaming as they were getting kills as well. And Conwa leading the way for Pinnacle right now, 13-8. It is a tie ball game as we go back to the top middle of the map for P1 again. Tanner, it is neck and neck right now.
It's neck and neck. At one point, it was 48-0, but the boys from Pinnacle are fighting, but you have to fight through the gunfire of Careful and the pistol as well. Going for more, not going to be able to find it. Server trying to respond to the zone 2. Finds the kill on the Careful, but the time's still going to 144. Could potentially push themselves over the 100-point mark.
Thank God for trophies too, because you would have eaten about 5 different nades there every time someone spawns up and nade gets lobbed into this hill. It's the worst part about it, but there we go. They find a nice clean break. They find some spare time as much as they can. It's not going to be one you're going to sponge a lot of time on because of this util, but util really being taken out by that trophy, which is in clutch right now. And here we go, Server trying to find a break, but gets taken out again. Pinnacle finding a rough time getting some time in both sides of P1.
Both sides of P1 right now. 144 held this very well, of course, and they're also holding the spawns. You got 8 seconds left, and number 7, number 8 going to be able to spawn on P2. Your only pressure is going to be through the front and through that mid-map. He jumps up with a pistol, and he just lines them up. It's the Tony 2-tap double kill. Careful. My God.
I mean, what a way to break a hill. What a way to get some time as well. 144 continuing on this nice little spree they've got. P1 looks to be a solid hill for them, and now P2 as well. We saw Pinnacle break late about 20 seconds into the hill. Well, they've done it a little bit earlier this time, and now slaying out to the back. They push, they flip the spawns, they do a great job, and they force 144 on the back foot.
Yeah, he's going to make sure you are watching that top mid, making sure nobody gets on through. Nedra finds one, Nedra sprays and appraise and finds 2. However, Hype's going to be able to trade on out, but Pinnacle still holding the time and bringing it back. Hype trying to hop on in. It's Choco with a big 2. Choco going off. Also, 50 seconds in the hill as well. Him and Server both getting it done on the hill, bringing it back.
Pinnacle happy to body stack here and just guarantee every second of time they can to balance out this score, maybe even take the lead here. And Sparks looking to go back once more, does get traded out pretty quickly though, as Nezra looking to sponge up what remains of that time. And Conwa and Server making their way to the outside of the map to P3. Luge tucked, ready, poised, waiting for the first shell to come on through. And here they go, sliding on through. Contested ball game inside of the point. Server finding himself one, and here we go, Pinnacle finding some more time.
It's that bottom mid presence I talk about. Luge going for more, not going to be able to find anything. It's just trades all over the feed. Both colors going crazy. Back and forth action. I don't even know the colors because I'm colorblind, but my God, nobody's getting control. Nedra with a big 3. Holy hell, Bez.
These guys are just squaring up. They don't care about structure. They don't care about anything else other than gunning the other person across in their reticle right now. And so far, I mean, it's been as close as anything. And there's the break from 144 again. Another massive break. Sparks and Hype combining there to find 3 on the break. And they start to fan out now through the bottom middle of the map, looking to get the cutoff from Pinnacle. But a great fight won by Nezra.
But number 5 is going to be able to get that kill. It's going to be Luge in the backside here. Got to wait for the reinforcements to come on in. Going to get taken out eventually by Nedra, though. So Pinnacle's going to be able to have the rotation. You got to kill number 8, though, coming up through the front.
You do, and you got to be careful of Conwa because he was able to hold off for a fair while in the back here. But Sparks, it's going to be the player contesting inside of the point. Conway able to work with Server. They find the break here. Wow, little pre-fire finding a nice shot through the wall here and still banging out, hitting from the front, not taking any routes. They're getting chopped. They're getting Conway. They're getting absolutely chopped down. Bit by bit, and they can't get onto this hill. They cannot touch it for anything, but there's no trophy down. Everyone's eating util right now, Tanner. Everything is going down.
My God, right now, it is a combined 9 spree from the side of Pinnacle. Conwa looking for the bloodthirsty, potentially a Hellstorm missile to have to put in his back pocket for a late game scenario. Right now, Pinnacle starting to take over, and Conwa starting to show why he is dominant on Championship Sunday as that proud veteran.
Wow, and there was a 13 or 14 kill team streak between Pinnacle there, and now finally starting to go to an end, but it's a 7 for Conwire, it's a 5 for Nezra. The two boys leading their way for Pinnacle, setting the tone, trying to get them over the line for map number 1. They're doing an incredible job, and 144 now finally only starting to take a foot off the pedal, maybe just slowly trying to work their way into this P1 hill, but it's so damn contested with all these nades and stuns landing in the hill. Tanner, what do you do when there's no trophy?
It's absolutely chaotic. Explosions, stuns, everything. Guns a-blazing, guns a-firing. Server finds 2. Nedra with 1 as well. It's 3 dead in the feed. You should be able to find the time. Luch sliding a glide and a frying on in. Kamal gonna have a nice heady for the meantime. Pinnacle still holding it down. It's about to be a 60-point lead.
Yeah, it's starting to fan out a little bit too much here for 144. They're going to have to start getting some more points where they can. P2 is going to be the next best bet. They were solid on the first rotation. Second didn't look as good. Now third time's the charm. Can they get it done here as they slowly send some numbers over towards P2?
Yeah, but again, 144 has the rotation, but you've seen this how it goes. Pinnacle is able to break on through and get the rotation and break this spawn. 7 going big, though. At the meantime, 144 says, hey, you did it in the last few hills. We're going to change the scenario here. And 8 also has that top
That's a
hit.
massive kill from Hype, too. I mean, that was absolute must-get. That forces the front spawn, and now Pinnacle have to force the front. They've got no choice. They can't take the alternative route, but Hype forced to back on out of the hill. He doesn't have the help from his teammates, even with the close back spawn. I believe there was a Hellstorm called in as well, which hasn't amounted to much here as Pinnacle start dropping one by one. It's an absolute battle and slaughter inside of the hill, but Pinnacle come away with the time.
My God, it's Conwa, 36 and 21. Nedra at 37 as well. Conwa just putting the shots down, hitting the pre-fire. It's the veteran experience. It's the knowledge. This man is absolutely dialed.
And that might be ball game too. You're going to have to go. You got no choice. 5's going to be the only one close enough to touch it. It's going to be Luge. He gets there, but look at the rotation, Tanner. 5 seconds left. It's going to be a foot race over to New. Who's going to get there in time? Will they get there in time? That's going to be the question. Luge gets taken out. Sparks isn't going to be close enough. They get taken down. And Pinnacle for map number 1 and a grueler of a hard point to start this winners final. What a first map.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't have asked for a better map 1. Nedra with 40, and I believe Conwa finishes with 38 as well. So it is 78 combined kills from the duo of Conwa and Nedra getting the job done. It was a hot start. I mean, it was a hot start from 144 Esports. Pinnacle, they respond, they make the comeback, they stay strong, they keep their heads high. And sorry, my apologies, it's actually 79, both players with 4,300 damage.
Yeah, that's just an incredible first map. I mean, Choco had a bit of a rough one in that match. You've got minutes spread right across the 4 players of Pinnacle. Everyone's sharing the workload of the OBJ, which is good to see if you're a Pinnacle fan. And, of course, if you're a player, you have to put that one behind you. If you're 144, you started good. You started to ease off a little bit as we got to that third set of P1. You just couldn't get back into the game, even with all those massive kills towards the back P2. It was being forced out of the hill, trying to hold the spawn. Then they got caught in the wave, and Pinnacle just took over from there, and it was all but over once they got that break. So you're going to have to let that one go. That's now in the history books, and you have to work your way back into this series. Try and get to that raid hard point if you can. It's going to start next on Scar for map 2, Search and Destroy, and we saw how this played out with the snipers in play, Tanner. Are we going to see that from both of these teams?
Would love to see it indeed, but hey, you know, I don't know who the sniper is from the Pinnacle side, but I can go ahead and tell you right now, it's going to be a hard shot against Careful. I mean, we saw him in the last series. And even to add on with 144, you know, they lost the map 1 and it came out in the map number 2 and absolutely killed it in the Search and Destroy. So, you know, could see the same thing here. Of course, this is their map pick as well. So, you know, they could succeed on a map like this. We've seen it. We even saw it in the game 5 against, who did they, I already forgot who they played, Gen T. And against Gen T, Careful, hitting snipes, went 12 and 3. So, like you said with the sniper, could be very beneficial. Careful just needs to keep hitting his shots, and they could be able to tie the series up very soon.
And I'm sure the Pinnacle boys were watching that on the broadcast as well, so they might have done a little bit of studying as to how these guys will set up, how that sniper was in play and where he was playing. And we'll see if they try and work their way around it, because you know they're not going to want to try and force things into a sniper glare. We see how good of a shot Careful was with it. And of course, once we get this restart back underway, it is going to be a massive thing to have to work around. When you've got a really good sniper on the map, it will shift the way your offenses work. It will shift the way you set your defensive holds. But at the same time, with Pinnacle and the way they played, they started a bit slow. They got back into the groove. So as being a good respawn team, well, that might correlate now into the search and destroy as well.
Yeah, it could correlate into the search and destroy, you know. And that's the thing. Like, Pinnacle, this team was already playing through challengers last year, and they're playing again through challengers this year. The chemistry is just all the way up. I mean, these boys know each other. Literally, they're all at the same crib right now. Their vibes are high, and even in a moment where they go down like that, they just stay composed. They're able to trust each other, and the slaying power, like you said, it translates on the hard point. And I have a feeling it could translate to the S&D. You're going up against a little bit of a different S&D squad. Like I said, that Gen T team, I mean, that's like that team hasn't been playing together too long. When you have chemistry, it's so hard to beat a team in search. So, 144, you got a lot to do. However, we've watched you today. Search is talented. But again, team chemistry is a lot in Call of Duty.
Yeah, it is. It does not come easy. A lot of hard work, a lot of time spent together, and you know, S&D is one of those modes where if you're going to bond with a team, it usually would be this mode more than likely. This is one a lot of people will chell in as well. You see a lot more search and destroy chells, a lot more people playing CMG. So search and destroy, a lot of people can come together and bond really well from that game mode. And we see a lot of teams sort of start as S&D teams, transition into respawn, and sometimes they don't get it right, sometimes they do. But it's the great thing about Call of Duty, being able to balance all three modes, what you're strong at, what you're weak at, and then trying to improve it over time. So I'll be interested to see how Pinnacle's search and destroy game is, considering some of those matchups went 3-2, 3-1, depending on which ones they lost, of course, and how much, of course, they're losing or winning them by is going to be a big factor. But I think Scar is a great map to display your search and destroy skills on against a team like One44, who was successful in that map 5.
You know, but the thing is, like, you got to go ahead and, like, I'm looking at these maps here. Like, I'm looking at the series, right? If Pinnacle wins it, I hate to say this, I think it's a 3-0. Because, look, then we saw it. Gen T Energy, they played great on Overload against 144. And this is also Pinnacle's pick. So, if it goes to the map 3, I'm not going to lie, I think it's a 3-0. However, 144 wins this, we see 5. But they have got to do what they did in the Game 5 in the last series. I mean, the good thing with 144, they play together as a team. You know, you see a lot of these teams in Search and Destroy, they're all like kind of split up, you know. It's not really, oh, let's push this together, let's do this together. It's like a 2-2 split. Really, I've been seeing a mix through the weekend. But I don't know. If I'm going to put a score predictions down in here, I'm going to say, because Careful's been hitting the snipes, they played good on this map, I'm going to go 144 on the Scar Search and Destroy. We'll call it 6-4.
You know what? I'm actually going to agree with you there. I usually play devil's advocate and go the other way. I genuinely think, just from what we've seen, 144 look very comfortable on this map and this mode. When you've got Careful playing the way he was before, if he can replicate anything even similar, you're going to have a problem if you're Pinnacle. But of course, it's going to be down to the other 3 guys as well to play their part, step up and do what they can to be an impact and a problem on the map. And of course, be very disciplined in Search and Destroy, and not give away rounds and clutch situations that you should not be dropping. Yeah. So as we load into the map, those are going to be the key things to think about. And for Pinnacle, I mean, just the way you're going to be able to negate the sniper if you can, where you can. And you definitely have to win your defensive rounds. That's going to be the must.
No, for sure, for sure. And you win the defensive rounds, defense wins championships, of course. So just do those things step by step, round by round, one at a time, and you will see a W on the board. But both of these teams looking to get closer and closer to that grand finals. You know, Pinnacle, take your map number 1, 2 maps only needed. 144 looking for a bounce back to tie the series up. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 144 going to be on the offense to start us out here.
We'll see what the structure looks like. It's a heavy B bunker stack there from the defense, and maybe a bit of a fake out as they slowly work their way back. They have not pressed up, not being undisciplined, but showing some presence up the B side nice and early. It's a good thing to see from Pinnacle.
That's a great thing to see from Pinnacle, but now making the A approach, so leaving just a few players over onto that B site now could be potentially wide open for a rotation, but number 1 just kind of playing some info. Luch waiting for somebody to peek up, maybe get a first blood or so. but nothing going on just yet. 50 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, this is huge from Luge. As long as no stun tags him here, he's huge. He can get through. He can make the first one. He takes out Choco. Combo was able to get one, though, and Nezra on the stairs trying to get back one in his favor. But they know Luge is close by. They've got to work around finding him if they're going to try and retake this site. But Conmar on the deep flank right now has made his way past Sparks, and, well, he's got eyes on Luge.
Yeah, Conwa has gained some vision and has gave the comms. Nedra stop, drop, and a roll. Server able to hit the snip snap as well. Number 3, though, still in the 1v2. We've seen him clutch some before. Not going to be enough, though.
Yeah, bad position to be. Caught one, didn't realize the other one was there as well. Very good play from Conway, though. Made his way through, took the risk, took the gamble. Didn't know what you were going to run into either. You know, sniper could be in play. You really taking a big risk doing that flank, but it pays off. Gets the information, passes that on. They hold on well, and that's the defensive round they need to win. So, 144 got to replicate that here on defense now and hold on to the site, get back that round if they can.
Like I said, you have to play as a team. Pinnacle plays that as a team. They are on the A site. They're saying, yo, we're holding time. We're getting vision. Conva, you're going to be our main man. You're going to let us know when it goes down. He lets them know bombs getting planted. They get the kills, and that's how they succeed and win that round.
Here we go. Nezra going to be the sniper for Pinnacle. Ooh. Nice to see. It was very impactful. First side. Dropped a lot of kills. Maybe you can do the same thing here, but you got to be careful of this guy. Best sniper in the tournament, they say. Self-proclaimed. Maybe so. By fact. Here we go. Pushing onto the site. Great shots from Nezra. Actually swapped to his AR last second. Had the sniper early. Swapped late. Love to see the strat. Choco now pinned in the corner with bomb, though. Luge gets the tag.
Oh.
Yeah, great work.
Oh, and it's very rare when you see Careful miss a shot, so take that as a blessing, Server. 0 for 2 on that, though. It's going to be Luge now in the 1v2. 1v3, actually. Here we go. Finds the first.
Yeah, tough situation to get out of. They pressed up the map. They took space. Made sure he wasn't in a position to get out, play his life. He could have gone back to the spawn and made him played that plant situation, but he was sort of in no right of mind of knowing where they could have been.
Is that a PK? That's a Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper. Wow. Switching up the meta. I love to see it, Tanner. I love to see when people start to use guns that, aren't in the meta normally. It's good to see. Nice switch up.
I just like seeing something different, not the same copy and paste. We're going to use this gun. We're going to use this gun. So it's nice seeing that. Gave me a little surprise there. Gave me a little bit of dope. But hey, Pinnacle up now up 2-0. 144 looking for a bounce back here.
And unfortunately, you drop that defensive round, which now puts the pressure back onto you as you go down 0-2. Sparks is going to rip some heads there. Catch himself too. Conway and Choco both out of action. And look at that, Nezra just sneaking up. Couldn't make it 5 in a row, but gave himself a damn chance. Server in the 1v2. Very close here. Maybe on for 2, but no, overheats. Gets taken out. Secure their first round on the board. 1-4. Get their first one. 1-2 now, Tanner.
Moves up a little bit too fast. Gets caught out. Careful, going to be able to finish that kill with the pistol. Would have been crazy if he clutches this one. Hits the nice wall bounce. Doesn't rip the player off the heady, though. And hey, 144 put their first round on the board. They play that to a better extent like they have been. And hey, let's see if you can parlay it. Let's see if you can tie this one up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, you got to string together some good rounds. If you can, where you can. It's about how you're going to execute, because now you go back to defense. You dropped one you probably shouldn't have before. You got to test the waters. You got to make the offense make the play. That's the thing. You got to set up a trap. You got to force the offense to start blundering where you can. And Nezra getting a great first pick on Careful. There goes your impact player straight out of the round nice and early, and Luge goes with him shortly moments after.
I mean, Nedra doing his own thing right now. This dude had a big map 1. Let's see right now if he can continue it on to map number 2 with a 5-1 start. Bro is absolutely frying now. Sparks in the 1v4. It's a 4-up, 4-down scenario there, Bezo.
Wow, and very quickly out to a 3-1 lead with some very strong rounds as well. Probably wasn't on my bingo card for the results of how this would start, but still plenty of search and destroy to be played, hopefully. 144 to get some rounds back into it. But again, that's 2 defenses now you've dropped. You get picked first blood by getting sniped. Your impact player's out, and then you drop one straight after. Maybe you have to start rethinking, now that you know there's a sniper on the map in Nezra, Well, how do you play more aggressive? Do you play more passive?
Nah, you just keep going. I mean, why not? You guys are up 3-1. You're finding the snipes early. You keep going to your speed. You're obviously taking out their other sniper. However, in the meantime, Careful says, play a little too quick, and I get the best.
We'd like to see a nice little back and forth battle. Snipers back in comp. We love to see it. Oh, hang on a minute. No, Choco, no, don't. Oh, please. Oh, no, not the third. The third one's gone out of the map. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and you can hear him there. He jumped out of the map. You know he didn't mean to do that at all, but sure. There was a second of concern there, Tanner. That could have gone real south real quick.
I mean, he plays a little bit patient. They're able to hide their bodies just for a little bit. Choco's able to get 2 in that scenario. Careful somehow bounces out and bounces inbounds. The teamwork comes on in from 144. And now they're only down one round. And honestly, you get this one tied up at 3 apiece. I mean, the way it's looking, hey, maybe, just maybe, round 11.
Yeah, well, we all love it. We always want to see it. We love to see close games and see the teams with the better clutch go do their thing, but you never know what to expect or what to see. And here we go. Sparks taking map control straight away. Taking out Server for first blood. Now they've got them pinned bunker, but have a look at this. Straight on the bomb without bomb. Nezra takes space against the defense. Now you got a 3 versus 3.
Somehow does not win that gunfight. Nedra down to a feather of health. However, going to be able to regen for the moment at 6 and 2. Not going to be your bomb carrier, though. 7 just watching the flank. 3v3 even on the map as well. Number 3, any point could hit the flank. However, Nedra going to be able to take your player out top green. And now, 2v2.
See, I do like that from Sparks. Patient to not move. They work here in the flank. Bomb's now going to go down 2 versus 2. But you like the patient play from both these boys on 144. Not biting just yet. Working together as a team. And Pinnacle are going to get that quick wrap out. So the faster they identify they're not on this bomb, the quicker they can swing over towards A.
I mean, if you're Sparks here, you do have this top green, so you're going to be able to watch over here, see if they do cross. Hive's going to be able to hop on the top wood stairs as well. Going to be a very hard side here, so expect gunfights coming up very soon.
And here we go, the quick play. Close bomb players going to focus shots on top. They're going to get the bomb carrier down pretty weak to 25 HP. They're going to pounce straight into the trap, and now Sparks has to get it done. 1 versus 1. Finds the final kill, Tanner, and that's the round they needed to level it up, as you said. 3-all. Opportunity of round 11 on the horizon, maybe.
Yeah, Sparks sparking the comeback. He's winning the clutches right there. He's able to tie this one up at 3 apiece. It's a good shout out of him. It's honestly, you know, really, I think Sparks honestly wins the round. He gets the initial first blood. I mean, he literally pushed up immediately, pushed front blue, able to kill the guy on the, I would like to call it just the pillar heady. I mean, he ripped him immediately, gets the kill, first blood. Really nowhere to go. Gets down to a 2v2. Makes him re-wrap on in. Top green, backstairs advantage. You're not going to be able to get it down with especially 20 seconds left and win that round. So good one out of 144 Esports. Let's see if they can continue it. However, Pinnacle has also looked good on this map. Just slowed down a little bit now.
And just the thing to highlight as well, I mean, they're not in the stream listening, but they have swapped up. You know, they heard me mention passive-aggressive. Sparks did just that, passive-aggressive. Switched it up, did well, played well, clutched. So rewarded with hard effort there. Nezra taking space on this A-bomb though. Sparks very interested in this A side here, but Choco, great spot, just laying down, not giving away too much. Couple of jump checks to check B, and so far a bit of a stalemate, but a couple more shots on A.
Yeah, you put some shots down on A, you get some info, knowing where these players are going to be at as well. 2 and 8, Conwa and Hype going for a little bit of a gunfight here. Conwa just wants to work this flank. He almost did it like that in the first round as well. Luch finds the first blood, though, with a nade.
Oh, that is tragic. I don't know if he prefers to just run up into that corner and avoid the nade, or if he tried to and it just magnetized to him and followed him right back to that generator. But you lose a life, you lose a body. Your defense is now impaired, down 1 person, but the offense has not moved just yet. Bomb in the hands of Sparks, and Luge in dangerous trouble and maybe losing his life here. Can he catch Conwire in the back? They might teamwork. Find him here, but yeah, there we go. 2 versus 2.
Yeah, but Luge finds another one as well.
3.
7, you could be up next. It's going to be Choco in another 1v2 situation here. Bomb is going to be down as well. 45 seconds left on the clock. Sees the player on the cross. The back shot should be able to come on in. Yes, it does. Puts him right down from the shoulder. The snip snap from Mr. Careful.
beautiful readjustment there, and you can hear the comms from the players. They've got their own opinions on some of the players on the other team, and well, Careful keeps putting himself in very good positions with this sniper, and he's got the ability to identify where those spots are in almost any situation, and that is the sort of thing you just cannot teach certain players. It's just raw, natural ability to be able to do that and find those spots, get in them, and execute.
Yeah, you got to execute indeed. But hey, 144 has brought this back. They have stayed composed. They are back, but now on the defense here, looking to get the 5-3 lead. Here we go, though. A push from Pinnacle coming in.
From 3-1 down, I believe it was. So they've strung 3 rounds together here. The trifecta. Very big high nade in the air. Will that connect? It does connect on someone. It was the bomb planner Nezra, who's committed to putting it down. Luge tucked in the back here, looking for skills on wood. That is a very unfortunate 1-for-1 trade.
Oh my!
Doesn't do any damage. And Conwa opening up with one final player, sniper in hand. This is the most dangerous man on the map, but they mitigate him very quickly, and thankfully for Pinnacle, you needed to get that round for the momentum swing.
I mean, that's the luck of the GA right there, having the no attachment sniper. If you're able to get that thing up just a little bit quicker, I don't know, Choco. You might get ripped because that boy's absolutely hitting. That's a big trade out of Choco, though, so they tie this one up now at 4 apiece. Ladies and gentlemen, our first search and destroy in the series, and we might see a round 11.
Maybe. We are right there, and we got teased last time. We got to round 10. It didn't quite get there, but Pinnacle absolutely needed that. There was no ifs or buts about it. They dropped too many rounds in a row. We'll see how they execute now. They've gone back to the round 1 strat, Tanner. They've stacked B bunker. Now there's no presence. They might just hit straight through, and Server's got the snipe top green.
Luge, look at Luge. He is just belly. He is crawling. Making sure he does not get sniped. He gets through somehow, though. But the flank, oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Bit of a 1-for-1 there. Hype read the flank, got picked up, but then they respond back with a snipe. Now you got to be careful. You cannot give your life away. You know this scope's near sight. Great spot from Sparks, though. Picking up one on the pinch. You still got another one just around the corner. Horrendous timing, and now, well, you're in a great position now. 5-4. You've come back from the depths of adversity, from being in a really bad situation, having 1 round. Now you're on match point.
Dude, I want to see the POV on Careful. I want to know if that was a hard scope or a quick scope, because I thought he was getting traded after that for sure. Thought it was coming down to a 1v1. Somehow, some way, they clean it up. They're up 5-4 now. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 144 Esports looking to tie this one up. Pinnacle trying to fight back and see if they can force the round 11. Who do you think takes this one here, Bezo?
You got to think it's 144 with the way they've strung some rounds together. But if Nezra can take out Careful sniping, or if Careful goes down, it's going to be opening up. Luge is going to be the first one to drop. There's your first blood.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be a bullet away. He gets taken out through the wall, but you still got this man alive. You cannot rule the round out. You cannot get sniped on this cross. You got to slide across. They take him out now to 1 versus 4. Good luck, baby. Homage. You're not going to get it done. And finally, Tanner, finally, we bring it to life. We get a round 11. Who's going to take it, though?
Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's a round 11 in your winners finals for map number 2. Is it going to be 144 tying this one up at 1 apiece, or is it going to be Pinnacle taking the 2-0 series lead? Put your predictions down in the chat. Who you got? Here we go. 5 seconds, Bezo, and this is about to be absolute cinema.
144 have been in this position. They are going to be the ones who have the offensive side, probably the favored side of the 2. Maybe. I think you want to be on offense here. Great first nade's going to tag at least 1 here, and the util is going to be heavily used here on A. Hype's going to get picked up, though. Great work from Conway to get up close for first blood.
Nedra gets the second blood as well. Sparks looking for the trade. We saw this man go big in the last Scar S&D, but it's now Careful in the 1v2. Can he get it done? Goes for the quick scope. They're surrounding him. He somehow gets out with his life.
Oh, hell no. You cannot feed him. You got to be disciplined here. I know you're grouped up, but you could still absolutely lose this. Bomb has gone down, and what a scarier man to be in this position right now. Pistol in hand. He knows the play's up there, but Conwa with the ice. And he's going to let them know about it too, and you can see Tanner in the background trying to hype him up to get him going, but...
Man, I try to get him hyped. Dang, almost loses that one too as well. It gets a little bit scary if he's in the 1v1. I thought for just a moment maybe Careful had that one, but unfortunate circumstances. Con with a big map 1. Conwa also with a big map 2. 11-7. The bet getting it done on Championship Sunday. Now Pinnacle up 2-0. Looking to make it a 3-0. Bezo, I think this one's over. Indeed, indeed. But before we kick it off into our Den Overload, we're just going to send you guys to a short intermission. We'll be back here in just a moment for more Call of Duty action. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with more Call of Duty action. It is map number 3 of the Winners Finals. Pinnacle now up 2-0 against 144 Esports. 144 looking for the reverse sweep to make the grand finals, but it's going to be a lot to do here as Pinnacle. Heavy hitters right now. You have got Nedra, Conwa, the heavy slayers in the respawn. Let's see if they can keep it up here on the Overload.
Yeah, a lot of work to pull off in this situation, but it can be done. It's just everything's got to be perfect from this point on. And so far, Pinnacle are going to get a nice early capture on the board. Straight away, no hesitation on B. I mean, just like that, not even a minute into the round, we're conceding a point there, which is not a good start for 144.
Yeah, you already see number 4 on the pinch as well. Should be able to pick this up. Has the spawn control. Oh, actually, has to reload for the gun. Pulls the pistol back out. Doesn't even matter. It's already 2-0, and it's not even been a minute on the clock. Like I said, literally, Pinnacle has been playing together as a challengers team, so I guarantee you damn well they've been scrimming this.
Yeah, this is night and day. I mean, you called this right down to a T. So 144. You've got a lot. You got a lot to work on in this mode. Definitely can't count them out though. There's every chance they could still pull this back. Gosh. It starts here. They do go down 3. You have 1 on the pinch though. Hype able to find 2. He's able to almost get out and play his life, but you stopped him momentarily. Now you got to work back up, try and take position over the map, and see what you can do.
Yeah, a minute half pass on the clock. The boys from Pinnacle are up 2-0, and they could be potentially going to the grand finals. But before that happens, let's hear the listen-in from the boys here at Pinnacle.
I'm going to be here.
Yeah, let's go. He's going to be enter.
One more middle on me.
Outer enter.
Nothing enter, nothing enter.
Yeah, Pedro, he's out of the play.
Server Cody. Cody server window. Cody was server window.
Okay, outer.
Yeah, all good. We can catch up to this.
Yeah, they might re-wrap it too.
Yeah, all good. Just send our spawn, we're good.
In the corner,
I'm holding our stairs. I'm holding our spawn stairs.
Top window, Kev.
Is he wrapping?
Yeah, they are. Yes.
I'm going our back room. One
going you. There's one you right now.
Yeah,
I'm back room.
I'm out mid.
I'm in check.
Yo, you and one on mid.
I'm holding the heady.
You heard you. I'm in check right now.
I have your door. Keep watching that. Two here. I got one more one shot. Hype.
No, I stopped shooting, bro.
I'm
gonna wrap this left. Look, Connor.
Heard you. I'll go mid. I'll go window. I'll go broken.
We're missing one, right?
I'm gonna take a medal, bro.
Kev you.
Just play picture.
You absolute.
I've been
I like this. I'll hold our lobby.
There's 2 of you, Luge and Kev.
Cody dead. Already, I'm pushing this.
Yeah, there's 2 out of the play. There's only 1 there.
Yeah, they're all hitting server.
Watch your server. I'm back behind
mid.
Server, pinch me. Yeah.
I mean, they bring it back. I'm playing the corner server.
Wow. I mean, the comms sound good, Tanner. The comms sound nice, cool, calm, collected. They don't sound phased even in the slightest with 2 minutes left here in this half. And so far, so good from Pinnacle. They are looking comfortable and ready to go straight into this grand final.
I mean, let me tell you something. This is the thing I like about their comms. They're getting kills, but also the game plan calling out and everything is just like they're trusting each other. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, you shouldn't do that. No, you don't hear that. You don't hear that. It's just, I like that. I heard that calm, and it works out in their favor. They almost get another cap, and that's a big reason why they started off this game 2-0 in the first minute of this first round.
Yeah, I mean, teamwork makes the dream work, and so far it's a clear-cut difference between skill and teamwork. between both these teams, and that is not a shot at 144 at all. As you said, this is a very well-established Challengers team, so they've got those reps under their belt, and that's a good fall down to get if you're 144. That's a start you can make towards the possibility of a capture, but it's which side do you go? How do you get there? You start with one on Conway, you try and work your way through bottom mid. You got a wave of kills to go. You probably can't go A though. That's harder one of the two to capture.
Yeah, you find 2 there if you're hype, but you also have 2 dead in the feed as well. 3 dead now in the feed. You almost had a cap coming on the way. But like you said, 144, you know, it's just the chemistry is so good for Pinnacle. They've been playing together for so much longer. But 144, again, it's not a big lead. You can make a comeback here. This team has made comebacks on the search, the hard points before. It's just going to take some teamwork to make the dream work and some gunfights, and that's exactly what Careful and Sparks are doing.
Wow. Okay, there we go. A little bit of momentum. Can they get it through to A, though? That is the question. Currently being held on P2 quite comfortably here and slowly finding some kills, picking back up the MP. Maybe there's an opening here, but no. You get shut down by Conmar once again. You have Hype in the back, who's the only player left who can make a chance at pulling this, but they're going to hold on tight. Going to make sure 144 don't get an opportunity to capture. They finish with a couple of strong kills through Conmar. That is a great first half for Pinnacle.
Wow. Okay. So I have a halftime update. Not for this game, but the Shinto series. Shinto is out of the tournament. Team Phantom 3-0s them.
No.
Yep. And so the boys at Click and Co, Click Honor, and the boys are going to move on. Shinto, unfortunately, knocked out of the tournament. So,
wow.
GG's to them.
3-0.
Yep, 3-0. GG's to them. But hey, we still got more CoD to cast in this one. This is our winners finals chat. Remember, Pinnacle wins this one. They go to the grand finals. 144 drops this one. They go down to the losers. 0-2 deficit. Let's see if they can make a comeback here.
Yep. I mean, can be done. We keep saying it, but it definitely can be done. The execution, it all comes down to this. Your final chance, your final moment to get a sniff at the glory. Get a chance in the grand final. It's got to be here on this map. It's got to be on 10. Probably not your favorite mode of the 3, but somehow, some way, you got to pull things together and come through with the victory.
For real. I mean, you have got to get it together. You have got to start finding some kills, you know. Pinnacle was able to succeed on the side they were on for the offense. So, you know, 144 are now going to have that side to opportunize a little bit. Luch finds 2, looking for 3. Not going to be able to hit the remaining shots, so 1 going to be able to get out with his life. 2 looking to make a play. However, the defense looking good for 144.
And I feel like the kill differential is literally neck and neck as well. So in terms of slaying, 144 have been in this game the whole time. But all of their kills have come out of the spawn trap, you know, trying to make their way, trying to protect the ball from being captured. The objective running of Pinnacle has been clinical, you know, don't mind the pun and the rhyme, but it truly has.
I mean, you said it best, man. I mean, the boys are just shooting, zooting, and they're putting the boots on, and they're absolutely running, and they could potentially have another zone cap. However, Lou's going to be able to shut that down for the meantime. But this is what you have to do. You have got to be getting their spawn and be annoying. That's exactly what Nedra is doing. Just baiting, switching, moving, swooving, dooving, and shooting. Just making 144 kill more time on the board.
Do what you can to stop this MP from moving and advancing anywhere up the map. You can see Careful just standing, just waiting. He can't really take it anywhere. He doesn't have mid clear. He doesn't have dojo clear. Now he's going to have a look. They're going to try their best through middle. They're going to try and maybe bait Pinnacle to go one side, but they're not biting just yet, so it's still going to be a wave of kills they're going to have to work through and negate here. If they take a chance, they can go B right now if he goes through the small room, but he's up top, he's stuck. Now he drops the MP up top. Tragic situation. Pinnacle recover and make their way straight back out.
Yeah, they make the goal line stand. They're able to now make a offensive push potentially happen to extend this lead. 3-0-7 going to be in a cheeky spot, but the nades come on in. It's a Danny dime ball and the gunny from Nedra. Can he potentially find 3? However, you got to walk in front of the sight of Luge coming in soon. Pinnacle looking to get another cap.
Oh boy. Oh boy, there it is. That should be the one. That's number 3. That is more than likely the nail in the coffin, unless some crazy stuff happens in a matter of seconds. Perfect Call of Duty from here, from 144 to get it done and force OT, and who knows? At this stage, it's not looking likely, but here we go. 6 makes an advance forward.
Yeah, hold on just a minute. A cap could happen. You still have 2 minutes in the board here. But Conwa just holding this iron very hard here. This is going to be a cap. That's 3 dead. Here we go. It starts 1, but the shutdown, the spawns. Oh my gosh! They don't get the cap point. They win it. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Oh my god!
No, you jinxed them. You said something and you jinxed them, Tanner. No. Oh, we've seen it twice now. The opposing team just, they get so close, but it's yet so far away, and it's just another opportunity lost for 144 to keep themselves in this game and possibly punch their ticket to a map 4. That might be it, Tanner.
Dude,
that might
it's
have been
those damn spawns. I'm telling you right now, they should have had the cap. It was right there. Make that make sense. But a minute 20 left on the clock here. 144 going to try to make one last push. However, you got to run or you got to hide, because the Hellstorm missile is coming down and it's looking to take some boys down on the map here. Here we go. Doesn't connect if anything.
Likely not. Everyone's tucked inside, hiding, waiting, trying to protect this point with everything they can, but I think it's all but too late. Pinnacle slowly making their way forward, just trying to add some kills to the total at this point. They have this in the bag, but at this point, 144 are just looking for some respect and credit here and some dignity in trying to capture what they can and go out with at least a score here, but even to that amount, Nezra doing what he can to lock them down.
I mean, and again, it's like I said, Conwa was leading in the search. He was basically right there with Nedra map 1 slaying, and he's leading it again at 28 and 23. In the meantime, Luch finds a nice 2, but it's not going to really benefit them anymore because 20 seconds left, and they're going to be going down to the losers, and Pinnacle will be punching their ticket to the grand finals.
Yeah, well, it's just going to be another stepping stone for 144 to figure out this map and mode. And well, if you know you're going to be heavily outweighed against Pinnacle if you do meet in the grand final by some miracle, you make it through the losers run, well, this is going to be the focal point. This is going to be the conversation. You have to focus on those other 2 modes, but Pinnacle, hats off. A beautiful, beautiful series from them. Absolutely dominant right through and through. 3-0 to advance through to the grand final. 144 will have to get it done in losers, get their shot at redemption.
Indeed. Congrats to Pinnacle. They're in grand finals. Guaranteed T2 now. But hey, don't count this 144 team out just yet. Sometimes you got to lose to learn how to win. You go down to the losers bracket now. You got to go up against Team Phantom. I actually like this matchup a lot. I really like this matchup a lot. Now, this is actually, I think, going 4 or 5 for sure. But it's going to be hard if you got to play Pinnacle. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. This team very deserving of being in the grand final. You can see the teamwork, the hard effort, and the results really speak for themselves, even with slow starts and heavy adversity and a search and destroy of being down and then coming back. And they really do set the tone in that series, and they put the mark on the grand final trophy. They've put their name on it. They want it. It's going to be hard to dethrone them at this rate. They are definitely favourites, I would say, right now. It's going to be a battle down in losers to be able to take them out as we have a look at that final stage of the bracket. Losers final match, of course, Shinto, if you did not hear before from Tanner, Phantom taking them out 3-0, which is an absolute shocker to me that Shinto went out like that. But of course,
yeah,
Phantom. I mean, what a performance from them. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, Tanner, who have we got?
You hear the man, you hear the legend. It's the MVP of the series. It's the vet. It's Championship Sunday, Conwa. Brother, you were absolutely shooting map 1 to map 2 to map 3. You were killing everything in your sight. Tell me, what was the vibe? What was the flow? What was the game plan going into that series?
Keep it simple. Really, that's the main thing. We just got, as long as we keep it simple, we don't make the game too complicated, we're going to win. We're going to win a lot, too. So there was actually, we were up 3-1 in that S&D, and I started, like, feeling myself a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm going to start making some play calls here. Like, I was like, we can just start running that stuff. And we immediately lost 3 rounds in a row as soon as I started doing that. So I kind of realized, I was like, look, I don't need to do everything. We don't need to, I don't know. Like, we don't need to do too much. Just focus on doing your 25%, and good things are going to happen. So, I mean, that was really it. So, I mean, we did that. I'm just kind of chilling. You know, I have a lot of trust in my teammates. I think that's the main thing. It's just like, I trust that my subs are going to be annoying as hell. They're going to kill a lot of bad guys, apply a lot of pace. I know Server's going to shoot nuclear weaponry out of his assault rifle, and I can just hang out and have a good time. So as long as I'm hanging out and having a good time, sometimes I get to look like that, So, yeah, I mean, I felt like nobody could touch me that series. So hopefully we get back into grands. But what I want to talk about, not that this is my floor, but I want to talk about what the hell just happened in losers. How fucking Clicked in them just 3-0'd Bala after Bala 3-0'd Dello?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened.
Was there a stream for that or no? I guess no, because
there wasn't. But Game 3 was an absolute heater. The overload. It was Phantom taking it against Shinto 7-6.
7-6.
7-6.
My team has like never scored more than like 2 points or 3. I think that was our best overload. That was our first overload we won the whole weekend. I don't know how people are scoring 7.
No, not 6-7, but 7-6 indeed. Hitting it on the stream. But the one thing I said actually before you guys go into that map, I said if Pinnacle takes the search and destroy, I think it's a 3-0. I think your guys' chemistry is just, you guys are so far. You guys, homies, hang out. You guys know the vibe. You guys teamed last year. You guys are teaming this year. So going into a map like that, y'all got 2 in the first minute. It hadn't even been a minute yet. You guys 2, and I was like, this is what I call it. This is what I call it. If they win the search, it's a Pinnacle 3-0.
Yeah.
But hey, you guys made it to grand finals now, and I'm sure that's a great feeling. But Bezo, you got any questions, my boy?
I mean, Conrad, you present very well. From a lot of players I've had the privilege of speaking to and watching, we had a opportunity there to hear you guys in the comms. I believe it was map 1. And you could hear you were very well leading the troops. I mean, there's just a very clear chemistry between you guys. I think that definitely sets a tone, and the bar is definitely right up there now for the 2 remaining teams and losers to go up against you guys. I don't think there's much to ask or even to be said from you or your team. I think your results definitely speak more volumes than anything I could ask. But I guess the only thing I will say is, do you have anything to say to the 2 remaining teams? Is there a certain team you would rather play in that grand final? What are your thoughts?
Well, we played both teams already. The first team that we played, Clicked in them, Phantom, that was our first series of the day. And I think we were a lot worse in that series than we were in the one that we just played. And we won that 3-1, and it probably should have been a 3-0. So to both of them, I guess the best thing I could say is, good luck. So you better hope that the break that we get makes us tired or something. But because if we play how we've been playing today, I think it's done. So I honestly, it just comes down to, before I even say any of that, the main thing is just that we need to, if we're on the same page and we're composed, we're going to win. I said it in the interview I had yesterday. Like, the beginning of a game, it's like nobody really knows what the hell's going on. So it's going to come down to like who's playing more confidently, who's playing more together, who's not getting checked out by little things on the map. We had a grueler series yesterday against Lucho and them, and like we were just checked out of it for some reason. So it was like, today we've been dialed all day, and it's felt like that all day. It's felt like we've just been in the driver's seat and nobody could touch us. So if we come out and we just play like that again in grands, I think we'll take care of business. So that's really it. But yeah, and even in map 1, it's like you mentioned, like here in the comms, like for me, all 3 of my teammates are motor mouths. None of them shut up. They all talk like so much. That is not me. I don't like talking. Like I don't enjoy comment. Like comment's hard for me. Like that's something I don't mentally do for some reason. I don't know. Like I'm the one that talks the most in person. Like of my 3, they don't like talking. Like they'd rather like chill, shoot bots, like just have a good time. And I'm the guy that like wants to go out and socialize. But like in game, it's the complete opposite. All 3 of them, none of them shut up. It's like, for me, it's just like, I just need to say the important things, right? So I'm not trying to flood the comms. I'm kind of just saying, hey, we're missing this guy. Hey, like, keep it simple. Hey, we just need to get control of this lane. Because if I keep it simple for them, they're so talented and they're so instinctually sound that like we'll just take care of business. So you're right, that chemistry that we've had, there's a lot that feeds into it. So as long as we just keep it simple, I don't think anyone's going to beat us. So the only thing that I said it this morning on our car right here, the only thing beating us today is ourselves. So
I don't think you could have said that any better, to be honest. And it was a little bit reminiscent in that first map. You guys had that slow start. And and it looked like 1-4 we're going to get on top, and then all of a sudden you guys made your way back into the game, and it looked like you weren't going to lose from that point on. So, yeah, I think your gameplay does the talking. Your whole team, very consistent throughout the 3 modes, and I'm going to be very excited to see how the grand final plays out, and I'm sure you guys, you'll have your eyes on this next matchup between these 2 teams.
Yes, sir. We'll be watching, having a good time.
Well, Bezo, you got anything else, brother?
No, other than good luck in the grand final, and best of luck to all 3 or all 4 of you guys, and, go get the win.
Thanks, gents. Appreciate it.
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your champion that could be here again today. It is Mr. Conwa, the MVP of that series. Can he get it done again is the question. They are in grand finals waiting. Their opponent could either be Phantom, could either be 144 for the rematch. Both of those teams looking for the rematch indeed. But Bezo, now we go to losers finals.
Yes, we do. Oh, it's going to be interesting. This map pull is going to be a... You don't know which way this is going to lean. Are you going to go with maps you've played, maps you've won? Are you going to try and throw some interesting wildcard choices out there as well? You know, how safe do you want to pick in this losers final? Because you might be strong in certain maps, certain modes, but if both teams are going into it very strong, you don't want to pick another strong map for another team. That's just going to be the interesting thing here to wait and find out for. But I'm still shocked over that Shinto Gaming and Phantoms matchup, that 3-0. I mean, I wish we could have seen how that unfolded. Unfortunately not. But, I mean, Phantom, that win alone should definitely rock 144 a little bit there. And I think that'll put a bit of doubt in their mind. I believe Shinto, from what I'd seen, probably should have been there. But you know what? Phantom are coming to play. They want to get that grand final opportunity. They want to get their redemption back at Pinnacle. And I absolutely tip that.
Yeah, tippable. Very tippable from the side of Phantom. But hey, chat, before we get back into the losers finals, before we get back into some Call of Duty action, we're going to send it to a short intermission. We'll be back here in just a moment.